Hello my sweet friends, this is Tracy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing how I created this mason jar Hello Fall red truck little hanging floral flower autumn thingy. Very country, very cool, totally my style. Now I was so inspired when one of my members, Cindy, over in the Country Charm community shared her version of the mason jar floral hanger, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have one of those little mason jar that I picked up from Dollar Tree, so I wanted to create one for myself. Have you ever had a project and you think, oh, this is not going to take me long at all, and then it takes you much longer than what you anticipated? Well, yeah, that is this project. So let me show you what I did to create this, and also what I did when my painting did not turn out the way that I pictured it, and what I did to fix it so that my project was not scrapped. Okay, here are some of the supplies I'm using. The mason jar is from Dollar Tree, as well as these flowers. I'm also adding 2 of these picks from the Walmart Floral. To give my lid a bit more definition, I am just adding strips of hot glue to the lid. I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to go over it with this gray granite paint and let that dry. I'm going to give it 2 coats because that gives a pretty good coverage. And if you freak out by glitter, I'm going to forewarn you, but I am adding some of this sterling color Martha Stewart fine glitter. It is my favorite glitter. I am not bothered by any glitter, but I know that a lot of people are. And I just added that to the top of my lid to give it a little more, you know, pizzazz, and just dried that using my heat gun. Now I'm going to add some definition to the end of my, or the edges of my project, by adding just a bit of antiquing wax, and then I just go along the edges, and then I'm also adding a bit to the rim of the mason jar just to give it a more realistic look. Using my fine Sharpie marker, I just doodle around the edges because that's what I like to do for my projects, just to give them a little more character and definition. And I should have known when I was doodling up this, and some of the antiquing on the edges was kind of not dry yet. And I should have, you know, that should have been the first clue for me to say, okay, Tracy, you need to rethink this, only because the Dollar Tree signs are chipboard and it's printed paper that is an overlay on the boards, and so therefore it's not porous and it doesn't accept some of the products that we use. And so anyway, you know, I had mentioned at the beginning of the video that I, you know, had a little boo-boo, and I was going to show you how I fixed that. So that's what I'm kind of showing you here. I fully intended when I started this project was to, you know, have this Hello Fall, just kind of adding a bit of, you know, just shading and definition to it. And so then when I went to varnish and put a sealer on my project, that's when I messed up. Usually when I put black Sharpie marker and paint and shading on my projects, I have no problem, but this particular sign I did, and it's just because the slick paper that the Dollar Tree signs have on top of them, that my Hello Fall kind of smeared. So this project is just taking me a little bit longer because I'm going to have to paint a sign and or scrap this project because, you know, I don't like it when that little Hello Fall was smeared. Anyway, so let me show you how I painted the sign and how I fixed my little mistake. Okay, I'm just painting a little sign here. I have a wood slat. I get these over in the unfinished wood section over there at the Walmart craft section. And just using my paintbrush, I'm just painting up my signs the way I like to do it, just giving it a border, giving it some background, and then I will take my smaller brush and paint Hello Fall. I'm a self-taught painter. I say that humbly. It is some God-given talent, and I want to give all the credit and glory to Him, because I have had many trials and errors of trying to figure out how to paint. And for years, guys, my husband and I did some craft shows, and I did actual personalization and did a lot of individual projects. So I was determined to figure out how to paint with a paintbrush. And so one of my things is to doodle up with little dots on the letters. That's what I like to do for my projects. I know that's not everybody's style, but you know, that's what I like. So I am just taking the end of my paintbrush and just giving it some little dots. And then I like to highlight my little edges. I love the country. This is just very country to me, and that's just my projects and what I like to do here on my channel. So I appreciate all of your sweet, kind support, and I just love it that there are so many of you country girls at heart still around. Anyway, so I'm just shading up my little sign here, and then I will finish it up and add it to my little project. Okay, I'm going to add a wire hanger to my mason jar before I put the flowers on. Now this wire is a thicker wire that I got at a local hardware store, and I like to use this thicker wire when I have projects like this that I want to hang signs on and stuff like that. And then to make those little curly cues, I just take a dowel, or you can take a pencil, the end of a paintbrush, something like that, and just twist it around, just giving it little curly cues. And then to attach the, get the little curls at the bottom, I just curl that, and then just the edge of the wire, I always take my needle nose pliers and flip the edges, turn them over so that they're not sharp and they won't cut me or someone else. Okay, I want to make my flowers look like they're coming out of the mason jar. So I have these flowers from the Dollar Tree, and then I'm going to add those 2 picks in from Walmart. And just trying to figure out how to get my flowers attached. Now, I'm not saying that this is the perfect way, but this is the best way that I knew how to do it. I just added those flowers on the back, and then I had some duct tape. It just happens to have these cute little candy corn on there. Anyway, so I just duct tape the flowers to the back, and then to cover it up, I just have some of this burlap that I've had in my stash for quite a while, and I said, well, you should use it. And it's just kind of a sheet of it, and I'm just hot gluing it to the back so that it looks like the little flowers are in a pocket. Okay, now I have this little hello that I need to cover up, so I just have some Spanish moss. Just going to hot glue that there to the front, and it just looks like it is all meant to be. And then now I'm going to work on my bow, and thank you for your very sweet comments on how most of you like the way that I make my bows. I appreciate that. The buffalo check I got at Hobby Lobby. and that was in the Christmas section. It's 40% off now, but I used a 40% off coupon when I bought it. Always use your coupons when you go into the store. Never pay full price unless it's on sale. And then the burlap is from Dollar Tree. This one right here, this red and white burlap, is from Hobby Lobby as well. So I just stack all of my bows up, or all of my ribbons, and just have a chenille stem. And then now I'm going to add some raffia to it, because you know this little mason jar country girl project is not complete without some raffia. And then I just figure out how I can use as least amount of you know, it would just be so much more simpler if I would have got another piece of chenille stem. But no, I want to make it hard on myself, because that's what I've done with this whole entire project. I'm just kidding, guys. Anyway, this project is taking a lot longer than what I thought. So then now I'm just trimming up my tails of my bows and or my ribbons, and I am calling this project complete. And I hope that you like it too. If you make a project like this, please share it with us over in the Country Charm community. I would love to see you and see it and support you. Thank you all for your sweet comments. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel so you can join my Crafted Craziness family. And we will talk to you soon, and God bless.